Hello, good morning. This is Debbie from Chile, Colorado, and I am going to do a live today and talk a little bit about setting goals and and achieving those goals. So, oftentimes we have goals, or we have a bunch of goals, or we don't know what our goals should be, and and then we finally figure out what those goals are, or what that goal is that we want to focus on, and then I don't know about you, but for me, oftentimes I find that obstacles come up in the way. Or one of the things that I posted in the group is that oftentimes I get really enthusiastic and really excited, and then I lose steam. Doesn't stop me from continuing on, but the enthusiasm just seems to wane a little bit. So if you're on live, go ahead and say hello in the chat. And if you would, share some of the things that you bump up against when you start to set some goals or think about goals, or start on that path to attaining those goals. So some of the things that were shared when I asked in the group, some of the things that people bump into are not getting results, and so losing motivation because they're not getting results, and that leading to hopelessness and procrastination. So if that's something that pops up for you when you are setting goals, go ahead and just say yes in the chat. And another thing that someone had shared was that it's hard to set and achieve goals, especially in the realm of their personal life. It was much easier in their professional life, and they felt like that had to do with they felt like that had to do with a lack of self-respect, or not enough self-respect, and not enough feeling of worthiness, and a tendency to put others ahead of them, which so many of us tend to do, because we're taught that it's a good thing to do, it's the right thing to do, you should be unselfish, you should let people walk all over you, you should give until it hurts. So we sort of get caught up in that pattern. So if you're on live again, I would love it if you would share some of the things that you bump up against when you are setting goals and attaining goals. Something else that someone shared was pushing through fears, doing new things when doing new things, and especially with technology. So technology is something that kind of hangs a lot of us up, because there's just, if you haven't grown up with it, if you're not part of the younger generation and you haven't grown up with it, it just seems really foreign and difficult to understand. Let's see, another thing that somebody mentioned was having great ideas, losing steam, and overwhelm. So similar to what I mentioned in the beginning. So if any of those things resonate with you, I would love for you to type in the chat. I think, just checking here to see. And at least just say hello. Type in the chat and say hello. Let me know you're there. I see a couple people popped in and out. I know everyone is busy. So I'm not going to make this a really super long live, but I would love to hear what some of you that are popping in and out have to share. We're talking about setting goals and attaining goals and some of the things that you bump into. And then I'm going to be doing some clearing work around those things. So the other thing I was going to do is I was going to just pull a card for this whole subject of setting and attaining goals. And I've got the Magical Unicorn cards from Doreen Virtue. And I don't know about you all, but I have a bunch of her cards. I love her cards. The artwork and the messages and stuff are always so nice. So let me just shuffle through here and see what the unicorns want to share with setting and achieving goals. I'll probably pull another one, but it's, so yeah, all backwards here. You'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. So relax until then. So what I'm getting from that is just maybe not put so much pressure. You know, maybe we tend to put a lot of pressure on ourselves when it comes to uh, setting those goals and attaining those goals. So maybe just relaxing into it a little bit more would be helpful. So let's pull one more. And this is a fun one. It's happy surprise, something very good is about to happen. So I think that's a good message when it comes to um, setting and attaining goals. I'm having a hard time getting this in front of the camera correctly. But anyway, wouldn't you just love to have a unicorn come to your window to say hello? I think I would. Okay, well, if you're on live, I'd love for you to share because I'm going to do some clearing work here in a moment. And if you don't want to share in the chat, that's okay, but just, you know, get in your mind what it is that you would like to, have some clearing on. So I'm just going to kind of put all of these things in a bucket, and I'm just going to mention them again quickly because I think if one of us has these challenges, all of us have these challenges. So not getting results, losing motivation, feeling hopeless, and procrastinating. Finding it difficult to achieve personal goals because of spending more time helping other people and putting other people in front of us, and you know, not having enough, not respecting ourselves and feeling like we're worth it. So just let that kind of come up and resonate and begin to percolate and bring those pictures and energies up in your body. And then pushing through fears with new things, and especially around technology. And having a lot of enthusiasm and great ideas, and then losing steam and getting overwhelmed by all the steps. So I'm going to go ahead and start to do a little bit of clearing work here. So if you're on the call live, or if you're listening to the recording later on, just go ahead and if you're in a safe place where you can close your eyes, do so. If you're driving, you probably should do this later. Go ahead and close your eyes and just take a moment to give yourself a couple of nice, deep breaths, letting your breath just bring your awareness and attention into your body. And as you do so, just letting your body share with you where all those energies are getting lit up. All of those things that are stored within our body, within our space, just begin to notice where those energies are. And I'm going to connect here and just begin to start to clear all of these things that I just mentioned. And you might notice, just take note for yourself and get a sense of how intense these energies are around setting and achieving goals. And you might want to just see where your number is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most intense. And so you can kind of gauge how much you were able to release by the end of the clearing here. So I'm going to go ahead and begin to release all of these things around setting and achieving goals that were just mentioned. And I'm going to go through a bunch of different levels. So I'm going to clear and delete on the emotional levels. And as that energy is beginning to run and beginning to flow and move through and delete all of these things, I'm going to go ahead and just strengthen everyone's grounding, everyone's connection to the earth and their bodies. And I'm going to strengthen that midline, that pranic tube that flows right through the center of your body, connecting to source energy above and Mother Earth below. So we're deleting everything on the emotional levels that are contributing to um, having these issues around setting and achieving goals. And I'm just watching that energy as it's releasing. So just keep breathing, helping it along. Just deleting any low-level emotions that may contribute to holding these fears or these blocks in place, just letting them all go. And then I'm going to delete anything that's contributing to these challenges on the mental levels. All of those stories that our mind continues to tell us, all those things running in the background on the subconscious levels, as well as the conscious levels that we catch. So just deleting anything and everything on the mental levels, all the way down to 0. And I'm deleting anything related to those energies that are contributing to our inability to set goals and achieve those goals, deleting everything related to the collective consciousness, and disconnecting us from the collective consciousness so that we can have our own energy, our own power, be in our own space, make our own choices a little bit easier. So deleting all of that. And I'm deleting anything related to the social levels, anything we've picked up along the way throughout our life from the time we were born until present time, anything related to television, movies, books, anything related to social media, deleting any of the programming that you might have picked up from your educational process or indoctrination process, however you want to look at it. Just deleting anything related to setting goals and anything that gets in the way of us achieving those goals. Okay, so I'm going to begin to delete anything in your environment that may be weakening you, may have a weakening effect upon you, anything in your physical environment that the places that you spend time in, whether that's your home, your office, your car, anything related to the city or town you live in, anything related to the country you live in. Just deleting all of that that may be contributing to your having challenges around achieving your goals. Okay, then I'm going to delete anything on the physical levels, anything that's actually in your cells, within your body, any programming that you might have picked up along the way, any of that cellular memory, deleting anything and everything that's interfering with your ability to set goals and achieve those goals. And I'm deleting anything on the spiritual levels, anything from the past, from past lives, any vows, oaths, any past life karma, deleting anything on the spiritual levels that may be interfering or contributing to your inability to set goals and achieve those goals. Deleting anything in relation to your relationships in present time that are interfering, that might have some residual energies from the past that might be interfering with this. And I'm deleting anything related to present time spiritual dogma of any kind, whether that's from a religion or any other kind of philosophy. Deleting all of that. And I'm deleting anything on the psychic empathic levels, anything that you pick up from other people or your environment that you've picked up or are picking up. Just deleting anything that's interfering with your ability to set and achieve your goals. And just remembering to breathe, using your breath to help this energy release. Being aware of your connection to the earth, letting all of this energy just release out of your space into the earth, simply and easily. Doesn't have to be hard, no effort. And then I'm really deleting anything related to any kind of entities, any discarnate spirits, any alien influences that may be affecting you negatively. And I'm deleting any energetic implants that no longer serve you and that may be affecting you or interfering with your ability to set and achieve goals. And I'm deleting anything else that might have been missed in the other categories, any reasons, sources, causes, or conditions that may be interfering with your ability to set goals and achieve those goals. Just deleting all of that easily, effortlessly, all the way down to zero. I often say it's all energy, and because it's all energy, we can just simply decide to let it go. We don't have to make it a problem. We don't have to make it difficult. We can just let it go. Become aware of it and let it go. So just take a moment to check in with yourself and see where that number is, how intense the energies are compared to where they were in the beginning. On that scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most intense, and hopefully you're getting closer to 0. And then I'm going to delete any fear and resistance to change, especially on the body levels. Oftentimes the body is afraid to make change, resist change. Sometimes when you shift the energy too much, the body gets a little bit frightened. So just reassure your body that you're taking good care of it and it's all good. So deleting any fear and resistance to change. And then if you'd like to type in the comments, just let me know how you're doing. Let me know what your number is if you'd like. If you guys are leaving comments, they're not showing up on my computer for some strange reason. But technology, it's always fun. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and again reinforce your connection to your body and the earth. Strengthen that midline. Strengthen your connection to source energy. And I'm going to delete your mind from wanting to bring things back to the way things were. And I'm going to delete your body from trying to recreate old patterns of being. And I'm just going to fill everybody up with their own life force energy, Bring in that beautiful life force energy, filling you up from head to toe. And before I wind the healing up, I'm just going to ask that unconditional love of source energy flow into each person, helping you to integrate the energetic shifts and changes with ease and grace. Okay. So I'm going to be doing one of these for the next, for 4 days in a row. So I'll be doing another one tomorrow at the same time, different subject each day. I actually forgot what I'm doing tomorrow. I think we're going to be doing, we're going to be working relationships, money, and health, I believe. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'll post it in the group. So if you'd like to share some of your challenges around that subject, I invite you to do so. And I also invite you to invite your friends to the group so they can join in on this also. And I'm doing a little drawing for each day. So for each person you invite to the group, I'll put your name in a bag, and I've got a bag for today. And I will draw a name, and the person who is drawn will receive a 20-minute reading healing from me, whichever you like. And so today I have Josephine Rock is the winner. So Josephine, I will get a hold of you through Facebook Messenger. If I don't, I should be able to get a hold of you. You're in the group, so I think we're connected. So I'll get a hold of you and send you a link so you can schedule. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you can pop in tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock, and I will see you then. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.